Good morning, class. Let's do something interesting today. Would you like to listen to a story? Today, I'm going to tell you a story. The title of our story is The Rabbit and the Tortoise. The story is about a rabbit called Flash and a tortoise called Kira. Flash was brown in color from head to toe and had a pair of big brown ears and greenish blue eyes that set him apart from his other friends. He was as light as a baby, and you could easily hold him in between your gentle arms. The brown fur on his body was as soft as cotton. Kira, on the other hand, had an old lady's face and was protected by a rough, green-colored shell, a shell that was as hard as a wall. And she was so heavy that you couldn't lift her up even with a strong pair of hands. Both of them lived in a forest called Shiro land, along with their friends Sim Sim the lion and Min Min the cat. Shiro land was a forest dominated by big trees, plants, and animals. Sometimes you could hear the birds and animals singing miles away from the forest. Autumn season had set in, and you could see yellowish orange leaves falling off from the branches of the trees. The path that ran across the forest was covered with these dry leaves, as crispy as potato chips, and you could hear them say crunch, crunch whenever our friends walked or ran over them. Sim Sim the lion had a pair of sharp green eyes and a bluish black nose. A fluffy yellowish brown mane decorated his face and gave him a mighty look. His angry roar was good enough to grab your attention. Min Min, the cat, was as black as coal from head to toe. She had a pair of black elongated dots that moved from one side to the other as she shifted her watchful gaze from one point to another inside her bright yellow eyes. She had a tail that, with a gentle touch of the hands, would go into a spiral and take the shape of a warm spring roll. Now, if you're wondering why all of you should listen to our friends Flash and Kira's story, it is because there is a secret message hidden in our story. A secret message that will help you win many races in your life. And if you listen to this story carefully, then you'll be able to figure out the secret message that our friend Kira wants to share with all of you. So, are you ready? Before we jump into the story, let us have a quick look at some of the words we'll be using in our story. It will help us understand the story better. Let's ask our friends from Shiro land to step in one by one and guide us. Hi, my name is Flash, and I would like to thank you for joining me and my friends on this delightful journey. The word challenge means a new or difficult task that evaluates somebody's ability and skill. The word strange means uncommon or surprising, especially in a way that is difficult to understand. The word admire means to respect or like somebody. Hi, my name is Kira. The word wise refers to a person's ability to make good decisions and give good advice based on his or her experience and knowledge. The word steady means to grow or run in an even and gradual manner. Hello, my name is Simpson. The word lesson refers to an experience, especially an unpleasant one, that somebody can learn from so that it does not happen again in the future. The word trust means to have faith or confidence in a person's ability.
Hi, my name is Min. The word interact means to communicate or share our thoughts with someone. The word company refers to the fact of being with someone.
Let's begin. The rabbit and the tortoise. Once upon a time, in a forest called Shiro land, there lived a naughty rabbit called Flash. Flash was very fast. He ran every day. He could run from one side of the forest to the other within a span of 30 minutes. None of the other animals could run faster than him. As Flash was the fastest runner in the forest, he thought that everybody loved him. But the other animals didn't like Flash very much. Min the cat didn't like him because he made fun of her walking style. Simpson the lion didn't like him because Flash would laugh at him and run away from him like a rocket set on fire, and Simpson could never catch him. There was a tortoise who lived near Flash. She was called Kira. Kira could only walk very slowly. She did not go from one part of the forest to the other like Flash did. Instead, she walked the same way every day. She visited all the other animals in her free time and interacted with them. The other animals enjoyed Kira's company a lot. She was very kind and wise. All the other animals in Shiro land admired her and looked up to her for guidance, except Flash. Flash, the rabbit, could never stay still long enough to listen to Kira. Whenever Kira tried talking to him, he would start jumping and run away from her. One day, Kira was talking to Simpson the lion and Minmin the cat. Minmin said,
"We must do something about Flash. He thinks he's the best in all the forest. He's unkind to you and all the other animals."
Simpson said, "Yes, you are right. It's time we teach him a lesson." Kira the tortoise thought for a while and then said, "I have an idea. I will challenge Flash to a race." Minmin and Simpson didn't understand. Flash would definitely win against Kira in a race. But Kira smiled and said, "You must trust me." As I said before, Flash never listened to what Kira said. So Minmin the cat went and spoke to Flash for her. It was difficult because Flash was always running around. But when Minmin said the word race, Flash started listening. Flash said, "Kira wants to race? That will be so funny. Cool, let's do it." And then he ran off. So the next day, all the animals in the forest came together. They had all heard about the race. They all knew that Flash would win, but really they wanted Kira to win so that Flash would stop saying how fast or cool he was. Flash looked at Kira and said, "We don't have to do this, you know. It's clear that I will win." Kira just smiled and said, "We will see." Simpson called out the start of the race. "Ready, set, go." Flash started running. He quickly moved far ahead of Kira. Kira walked behind him. She walked slow and steady, but not very fast. Flash called out, "Come on, Kira. Are you even trying?" She would never win walking so slow and steady. But the other animals were shouting, "Come on, Kira, you can do it." This made Flash angry. So Flash kept on running. He ran past all the other animals. The race was very long. It went across the whole forest and then back again. So after running for a long time, Flash was alone. It was very quiet in the forest. He reached the end of the forest, then turned around and said, "It is such a nice day. I have plenty of time. Kira will take hours to get here. Why don't I lie down for a while and rest?" So Flash decided to lay down under the cool shade of a tree and quickly fell asleep. A few hours later, Flash woke up. He heard something from the other side of the forest. It was the other animals shouting, "Come on, Kira! Come on, Kira!" "That's strange," said Flash. So he quickly ran back along the path as fast as he could. At the other side of the forest, Kira was near the finish line. She was about to win the race. "No!" shouted Flash. "How did you get in front of me?" He ran after Kira, but Kira crossed the finish line before him. All the other animals shouted, "Hooray! Hooray!" "I don't understand," cried Flash. "How did I lose?" Everyone else was talking about Kira and saying how wise she was. Flash looked sad and lost. Min Min came up to Flash and said,
Do you understand now? Slow and steady wins the race, and Kira won the race.
Flash didn't want to believe it, but it was true. Kira came up to Flash, smiled, and said, "It's okay, Flash. I can teach you how to be slow and steady." "Please," said Flash, "I want to be the slowest and the steadiest in all the forest." I hope you had fun listening to the story. Now let me see who was able to figure out the secret message hidden in the story. What do you think was the secret message that our friends Flash, Kira, Simpson, and Min Min wanted to share with all of you?